Hi everyone. Good morning. Hi Shivalika. So good to have you here. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay, Puja, you must have received the request. I already sent you the request. Let me resend. Okay. Let me resend again. Hope you can see now. Hi Bodhigram. Good morning. Hello everyone. Let me try again. Oh, I can see you now.
Finally, I thought that I'm not going to go live today. All right.
But finally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have many people joining us. We have Angoria, Shivalika, Bodhigram, Shipwrecked. Hello,
All right.
everyone. Good
Hi,
morning. Good
everyone.
to see you. Okay. So I feel we can start now, Pooja, since this will be recorded, so people can watch the recording later.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
Anamika is also. Hi, Anamika. Good to see you here. Okay. Okay, so hi, hello everyone, good morning. I'm Shalu from Living Consciously Foundation, and we are working in the domain of emotional health care and spiritual growth opportunities. We organize some amazing programs with people, resource persons like Pooja, to share. We share transformational, educational, healing tools through our initiative, which help people, including us, to live our life consciously. So presently I'm joining from Bodhigram. It's the Center of Living Consciously Foundation. It is also our home. So yes, why we are doing this live? We are doing this live to talk about our upcoming self-tapping and inner child healing workshop. That will be on happening on 3rd, 4th, 10th and 11th June. So let me introduce Puja to you all. Uh, Hi, Pramod ji. Hello. Okay. So yes, let me introduce Puja. She is a counseling psychologist. She is an accredited EFT master, trainer of trainers with EFT International. She specializes in trauma recovery. She also conduct EFT training in affiliation with the EFT International. And how I know her is she's such an beautiful human being, and she's helping so many people out there. And she has conducted a lot of powerful workshops with us in past. And also, what I feel that she is so amazing in terms of helping people safely go through the inner processes. That's what I find very interesting and powerful about her. Very heartiest warm welcome to you, Pooja, to
Thank
the live,
you.
and thank you for this with us. We are truly honored. And so, yes, if we can allow, we can start our conversation first, building our understanding around inner child and inner child healing. So, what is inner child healing, and how connecting with our inner child can help us in, bettering our lives? So, if you can briefly talk about that.
Sure, sure. First of all, thank you so much for such a beautiful introduction. It's a joy to do these workshops with you, and you're an amazing person. I think we have a mutual appreciation society here. We appreciate each other. So, thank you so much for inviting me. So, coming back to your question, inner child. So, there are different ways of looking at it, but one of the ways in which we look at it in EFT is that we define inner child as a part of ourselves. That it's like a sensory visual way of working with a younger part of ourselves. So that younger part could be a toddler, a little older version of ourselves, or a teenager. And there are these earlier versions of ourselves that we have, of course, and these are experiences that we've been through as children. So we are not working on something, we are not making up something. We'll be working with how we felt when we were younger, because there are a few irreducible needs, as Gabor Met talks about in his book also. And these needs are, one is secure attachment, the other one is permission to feel all emotions, including the negative ones, the permission to play, and security, basically just feeling secure while you're growing up. And a lot of us, while growing up, for one reason or the other, intentionally or unintentionally, we felt unloved, not good enough, abandoned, and those needs were not met. So no matter how much a parent tries, there are some needs that are not met for everybody, and they can vary in their degree. So when we do work with EFT, what we do is we kind of connect with those earlier versions and with the needs that were not met, like the need for safety, love, acknowledgement. And we try and bring healing to those parts, those younger versions of ourselves, by connecting with what our inner child, so to speak, needed at that moment but wasn't given, what they didn't receive. And what they didn't receive, what we didn't receive as children, affects us as we grow up as adults. Because those coping mechanisms that we develop to meet those, to handle those unmet needs, if they were not met, those coping mechanisms continue to to adulthood, right? So that's where EFT comes in. It brings about a change in that.
Wow, powerful. Wonderful. Yes, I know that you have conducted few workshops, and I was a participant there.
Yeah.
And I recall, how impactful or rather helpful it was, especially for me also. It really helped me in understanding from where my, certain behaviors were stemming from, and it really helped me in understanding why the way I behave, and why in certain situations I feel in a certain way. So that has really helped me to really have a uh, to look to have a compassionate or a kind look towards my own situation or suffering. So yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this yeah, so this hello, hi Hitesh. Hitesh is also joining us. So this takes me to my next question. So this time we have added the first segment that will be you first teaching self tapping, and then we'll be taking people to the inner child healing process. So if you can let people know how it is going to look like, in the end of the workshop, and what role self tapping will play in making this whole inner child process more safe.
Yeah, yeah. So we've added self-tapping, Shalu and I discussed it. And the reason for that is EFT is a very special, I would say a specialized kind of technique where knowing a little bit of EFT can really help you to keep yourself regulated, because these inner child sessions, now they're group sessions, can be very powerful in the sense they help you connect with something which you may not have connected up till now. And that can be, that can also at times lead to a bit of overwhelm, because suddenly you're getting in touch with a younger version of yourself and you don't know what to expect. So what you'll be learning in this self-tapping workshop is the basics of EFT, just a step-by-step basic procedure, the basic standard protocol which we call an EFT, so that in case you do feel a bit overwhelmed or even charged in a good way as well, sometimes so much comes up and you're like all charged and there's a lot of energy flow, you can help yourself by regulating yourself with the help of EFT. So if you know a bit of self tapping, that can help. And in the workshop, we'll be discussing the basic protocol and how to handle intensity levels. So when you tap by yourself, one of the major things that people report is they don't know how to handle the increasing, decreasing intensity of the issues. So those of you who know EFT will understand what I'm saying. Those of you who don't know, it simply means how to handle an issue and whatever that issue brings up in you in terms of body sensations or feelings and thoughts and all of that. So this is going to give you some, I would say, the most basic form of EFT. I wouldn't say it's learning everything in EFT and that by taking this workshop you can handle trauma on by yourself. I wouldn't suggest that. But by taking this workshop, you know how to work on stress, anxiety, and also how to regulate yourself. And that in turn will help you have a better experience in the group session when you're doing inner child healing sessions with me. That's going to be more powerful for you, in my opinion. You'll feel more in control. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember in the last, I think, session, inner child healing session, we had such a powerful group energy, and I realized some people, they are talking about like they have never kept their cameras turned
Yeah.
on during the session, but they did, like in the last workshop, and they didn't feel unsafe, maybe because of the kind of energy that we have created together. Yes. Okay, so this take me to my next question in terms of understanding who can join the workshop. Is there any specific group that you would recommend?
So the self-tapping workshop, anyone can join. It's open for everyone, because learning the basics of EFT can help everyone. At least you can get started with EFT by yourself and then decide if you want to take more training
Hmm.
in that. The inner child group workshop, I would suggest people who, ideally, people who are a little bit in touch with their inner child, who've done a little bit of work, I would say, in that area, and not people who have complex trauma history. I wouldn't suggest this, to be honest, because I can't say it's open for everybody. And even if you do, you have, see, everybody has a history of trauma, but there are variations. There's chronic trauma, there's developmental trauma. And if you feel that the trauma has really impacted your life, then I wouldn't suggest you to join it. So ideally, it's good for people who know a little bit of inner child healing, who've done some work, who've joined the earlier sessions that we've had, because then they can have more powerful revelations for themselves and changes. People who are experiencing stress and all of that, who feel that yes, their childhood wasn't perfect and had some issues, and they would like to connect with their younger self and also experience more joy and playfulness in their lives, and kind of experience more of authenticity. And if they feel that the childhood has been such which could have contributed to them not feeling that great, they can join. So it's a very, I would say it's a thin line. It's difficult to say, but yeah, I would say complex trauma, absolutely no. Not a safe thing to take up for yourself. We'll try and make it as safe as we can, and we've tried to do that in all the sessions. But just for you, I would suggest to not take that up in a group session. It can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we are also like receiving a lot of messages from people
Mm.
about the program. Since we are doing it online, so there are people who are expressing kind of their concern that since it's a deep work to work with self, and they're not very sure like how effective it will be like online. So how we can address this their concern?
Online, right? Also, okay, whether it's effective online or not, it's a deep work.
Yeah.
So to tell you something about my work, actually, right now after COVID, all of my work is online. I do only one-to-one sessions with clients, and I do work with trauma recovery. And the thing about EFT is that it helps you connect even online, because what you're doing is you're not just simply being led by the facilitator in the group, you're also doing something by yourself, which means you'll be tapping on yourself. If I'm tapping, then you're also tapping on yourself. And when you're doing that, then obviously the changes are going to occur, because you're the one who's in control, and you're also it's like a empowering kind of way to be present in that moment with tapping. So I would say online really works, and you can go really deep even with online work. I hope that answers the question. If there's anything left in that, Shalu, you can let me know.
No, it does actually. Yeah, so that is why I think we have restricted the inner child part to only 15 people, because I
Hmm.
know that you give personalized, attention to everyone. And the way you have designed the workshop, the way I've seen it, you have designed it in a very safe way. And I feel that you are, Puja, somebody who is very equipped in terms of, creating this online safe space for people who are, joining in from all parts of uh, the world, I would say. Uh, so yes, thank you. That answers.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a basic part of any kind of group facilitation or even one-to-one sessions. And our basic work requires us, the skills require us to kind of make it safe. Because until and unless you're safe, I think safety and security is the main thing, right? And we are addressing that with inner child work. So until and unless you feel safe as a person in the workshop, how are you really going to allow yourself to go back there with someone like me who's virtually a stranger to begin with, right? And then, so it's that safety is really important, and uh, I'll try my best to definitely have that kind of an environment again in these sessions. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Uh, so yes, I think that's the end of this live. If anybody has any question, they can write it in the comment, and they can also email us or connect with us directly. So thank you so much, Pooja, and
You're
everyone for
welcome.
joining me. Yeah, so my heartfelt gratitude to you for all the amazing work that you do. And I'm
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to this workshop. And every time I've attended, any of your workshop, whether it's EFT, inner child healing, I have personally benefited and a lot. So, and also those who wish to learn more about the program, they can go to the link in the bio and also can directly get in touch with Living Consciously team. I'll be dropping our contact details in the description of this live, so you can get it from there. So yes, thank you everyone. Thank you so much, Pooja. I'm so looking forward.
Thank you everyone for joining. Hoping to see you all. Thank you, Shalu. See you soon.
Thank you.
All
See
right.
you
Take
soon.
care. Bye. Bye.